Hey, first grade. Here is me going to walk you through what I've been working on. So, I made a couple of templates. I just took I think it was the last day of provided sample lesson plans, and I took out all the stuff, and so it's more like a template now. Um, before I do much with it, I'd like to make sure it works for you guys so that, yeah, it can be helpful. So I was going to do a virtual one and then an in-person one. The in-person one I haven't adjusted yet, but I was thinking that we could do, like, instead of the whole group and small group, it could be, just literacy in general and the things that they can do synchronously and asynchronously. So I wanted to run those by you and see kind of if you liked that, what you would prefer. So, in starting to think about plans for next week, I went to the document that I made you, basically to all the ARC units, and kind of looked to see. So, this is the units you'll be in next week. So, finishing up the launch, because the next week you're starting Unit 1 for reading and writing. So there's kind of some finishing up pieces next week, maybe. And then the I'm a Mathematician, which is a lot of that data and stuff that you guys have been working on, is finishing up over the next couple of weeks. And so I kind of kept that in mind as I was looking through things. So then what I did was I pulled up all of the last few days of sample lesson plans, the last week essentially, so 16, 15, day 14, day 13, and I looked through what kinds of things they were suggesting in those plans, and kind of looked to see where those fell on the suggested unit plans, or the district unit plans, or whatever you want to call them, to kind of see which things you guys have covered and where you might be on there. Now, I did not go back and look at the first 2 weeks, and so I don't have the full picture of everything that you've done already so far this year. But I'm guessing that you haven't, that is probably pretty straightforward or self-explanatory or whatever. So then I went into Schoology, and I went to one of your courses. I think I went to Becca's course and went through the last week of your plans and your slideshows to kind of look through and see what of the sample plans you were covering. And it looked like you were pretty much on track, doing a lot of what they had, but making some other things your own and whatever, which is perfect. That's great. But again, it gives me, like, I'm not positive what you guys have done so far. So, based on that, what I was going to do was start looking at what to do next. So what to put in some of these plans. And I'm going to go ahead and type in these, and then we can always copy them and take stuff out if we need, or once we figure out a good arrangement for it. But I started in here on the weekly lesson plans tab to kind of plan out, okay, what might you do? So looking at the sample plans of stuff you might have covered, and then looking at your things, it looked like you had done a lot of these can't be done virtually, and shopping for books in the classroom library. So next week, those of you doing in person might need to spend some time going through some of those things that you weren't able to do virtually that you'll need to do with your in-person kiddos. I'm thinking, though, a lot of it can be embedded into kind of that reading workshop kind of thing. So I saw in your plans, it looked like you did choosing just right books, responding to reading, and then the, where'd it go? Abandoning books I saw in there. And then I also saw the character stuff that you guys were starting on. Here it is, describing characters. So and the fiction, nonfiction stuff I saw too. So based on that, I was thinking in the sample plans, they went from, along with the characters, they did the setting and the plot. And so I was thinking those would be good to do this upcoming week. And so in the spreadsheet, so much clicking, I thought you could maybe focus on the setting. So sample plans day 14, which are right here. For that lesson, it says use a picture book of your choice or Dragon's Hometown and do this describing settings lesson. So I was thinking that would be worth copying and putting in here. So that you can work on the setting on that day. And you know what? I'm going to try this Monday. I don't know. This may or may not work, but we'll play around with it and see. Tuesday. So then on Tuesday, back to the spreadsheet. Oh, and a note on that, and I'll put it in the lesson plans too. Copy that. Virtual lesson plans. Let's see, I'll put it up here. Just that you're going to work on setting from the sample plans day 14, and that you could use that Dragon's Hometown, or you could use a new book or a different book, whatever, to have them, read it without showing the pictures, think about where the character is, that kind of thing that you might do with setting. So that would be Monday's literacy piece. Now, in asynchronous learning, you guys seem to have been pretty consistent with the stamina chart and just kind of getting them to read virtually. And I think that's great. I think reading and doing the iSip, at least for now, or doing iStation, whatever, is the perfect thing to do during asynchronous learning, or for those of you in person, after you do the reading mini lesson, kids are reading their books, right? And maybe having an in-class stamina chart or a whole class stamina chart, and kind of continuing that into next week. So stamina chart, independent reading, iSip, right? Or iStation. So that's kind of going to be that. I really like how you guys are using that whole group time for reading, and then your small group literacy time for writing. I think that's a really good use of your time. I'm interested to know how that's working for you and if you like that. But I think that's fine. So then in-person teachers, you're going to have a 1 hour block of language arts. And you can have more than that too. But so within your language arts block, you can do the whole group lesson for 20 or 30 minutes. And then they can go work on their asynchronous stuff, right? And they can still do those same things. And then you can later, you can then kind of confer with the kids while they're working on their independent reading, and, check and see how each kid's doing and listen in to them reading. Think back to the mini lesson of the day and, maybe add something or talk to them about the setting or whatever. Then later on, so that could take a whole hour, I'm thinking. I'm not sure what their stamina is at right now, but then later on, you could have a writing block where you do the writing mini lesson, the literacy mini lesson, and then they go do the synchronous, you give them their task to do or something to do with literacy to go work on independently too. And virtually, you're continuing, to do it in your 30-minute small group. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So then on Tuesday, for reading anyway, sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but for reading, in the sample plans day 15, there's the events in a plot, which was the other piece on the unit plan that looked like might come next for you guys. So I will copy that and paste it into here under literacy for Tuesday. So that you've got that. So I'm kind of just using some of those lessons from the unit plans that it looked like you didn't get to, which is fine. So then on the spreadsheet again, what I had thought through was that those seem to be, clicking back to the unit plans for launching, those seem to be the only lessons that you hadn't hit on yet that are doable virtually that I felt. So those of you in person might take some time to do some mini lessons next week about things in person, reading with well, they probably can't read with partners, never mind. But then the other things would be just kind of reinforcing some of those things you want them working on. I was thinking that since you've done the responding to reading, maybe it's time to do some sticky notes. So that could be a lesson that you do later in the week too. So that's what I was thinking here. They could respond with sticky notes. And then Thursday, I hadn't kind of really gotten that far yet, but thinking about what you've been working on and kind of using Thursday and Friday to finish up that launching unit. And it might be that, well, never mind. And then I was thinking, like they had as the last lesson for the end of the third week, I was thinking you guys could use that for the end of your fourth week, whatever. And so it was putting it all together with chrysanthemum. So back on the sample plans, day 16, there is oh, that's not day 16, that's why. Okay, so there was this kind of putting it all together lesson with chrysanthemum. So we can copy that and put it in here for, I'm just going to put it on Wednesday for now, but we can work through that. So that's how I'm thinking that would be a way to finish up the launching unit. Going back and pulling in some of those things that maybe your kids struggled with, maybe you wanted to hit on more, those few lessons that it looked like you guys hadn't gotten to from the sample plans. So it's good for you guys planning wise that after